Hey there, Aries, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of February, and we're going to take a look at your past, present, and near future energies. Also, Aries, if this reading resonates and you want to book a personal reading, all the information about how to do that is in the description box below. And of course, if you enjoy what I do and want to say thank you, donation link is also below, and any and every amount is greatly appreciated. Okay, main energy for your reading is the Ten of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you get the Emperor. This is you in your power, like a bad beep. There's definitely a long-term stable connection showing up here. Now, for those of you that are not in a connection, this is somebody you have history with. So if nobody in your life that you have history with, that you're dealing with right now, this reading's not for you because this is history. You got longevity, you've got there's history here. The main signs that I'm seeing, obviously this applies to all signs. These are just the prominent one. I see Virgo, I see Leo. Those are the main ones. And then the numbers are 9, 8, and 10. Oh, 8, 9, 10. Interesting. Wow. It's even lined up that way. Okay. So, in the recent past, you get the Page of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. There's a very positive shift here. You've gone from being emotionally detached, emotionally disconnected, emotionally walled off, to having your heart crack open. It's like, the door of your heart is just open up a little bit. And that's a very, very positive shift because I feel like it hasn't been like that for quite some time. In the current situation, you get the Hermit, the Queen of Swords, and the Six of Wands. Deep down, you know what you want. Deep down, you know exactly what your definition of successful, accomplished is, right? But there's an element here of you trying to force yourself, excuse me, to be logical, to be practical, to make sure that you look at this not through rose-colored glasses and not through an emotional lens. There's a heavy, heavy, heavy emphasis on logical and practical and literally almost void of emotion completely. And I don't know why you're putting such a strong emphasis on that in the current situation. We'll see. Yeah, we will see. Excuse me. Literally started your reading. I can't talk. So what's up with communication this month, Aries? What's going on? In the near future, you get the Strength, the King of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. It's very difficult for you to maintain control in this situation. You're showing me the best way for me to approach this is to make sure that everything goes how I want it to go. My way or the highway. If I want to do A, B, C, this person has to go along with it. And if they don't, then I'm just going to find somebody that does, right? It has to be my way or the highway. This is a little bit of not egotistical energy. This comes from a place of I need to control the situation for me to feel internally safe. But again, you're not saying that because remember, you've shut off your emotions in the current situation. And so in the near future, you're kind of like, no. If this person doesn't work with me, doesn't go how I want them to go, doesn't do what I want to do, it's just not going to work. And there's an element of BS here because you know that you're being unnecessarily difficult. You know that this is not how a connection is supposed to be, but you're insisting on that for some reason. And again, I say Aries, you, because this is your reading. This could also be your person's energy. I just read the energy in the room. I don't know who it belongs to. So take it as it resonates. Let's start clarifying, see what is going on. Because you're stubborn, but this is I'm being difficult for no reason stubborn. Let's see. Let's start off with the 10 of Pentacles, which is the main energy for your reading this month. 10 of Pentacles is clarified by the Sun, the Queen of Swords, which you get in the current situation, and the 2 of Pentacles. You're crystal clear that this connection makes you very happy. You get the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You're crystal clear on that. The 10 of Cups, the Sun, those are two of the happiest cards in tarot. And they are both tied up to this very stable, very successful, at least in potential, long-term connection. And you're showing me, okay, yeah, happiness is great, but does it make sense? What does it look like on paper? Does it all add up on paper? And you're showing me I'm all confused. Of course you're confused because you're literally confusing yourself. This is a beautiful connection and there's so much happiness tied up to it and you're not letting yourself even feel an ounce of that happiness because you're no, feelings are fine. But let's look at this from a robot's perspective. Let's be rational. Let's be logical. And it's why? Why? I don't understand why you're heavily emphasizing the logic part here. Maybe you'll show me as we go through this reading. Let's dive into the recent past. I want to see what the Page of Cups is for you in the recent past. Page of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Devil. Oh, this person betrayed your trust in the recent past. I see. So some iffy shit went down here in the recent past. I see not so great energies. There's an immense lack of trust showing up here. And I do feel like this is maybe not the first time that this person did this. And so you're showing me, like, I know that for them, you know, whatever this caused this lack of trust, this is like an innate thing for them. Like, this has been my trust broken one too many times, and it's not the first time, and I don't think it's the last time. This is like a behavioral pattern with this person where every time I'm on the receiving end of it, and I'm always the one that's getting my trust broken. And so I do see, like, I feel like this person came in and apologized to you, but you don't fully trust the apology because you're showing me I'm still focusing on myself. I'm still doing me. I'm doing my own thing. Like, thanks for apologizing. Thanks for, you know, at least in wanting to apologize, but I still don't trust you because, you know, I've been down this merry-go-round before. Like, I've been on this before. So I know that this is like a pattern with you. I see. Let's take a look at the Eight of Cups. Okay, now I understand why you're so logical because I see. Okay, let's take a look at the Eight of Cups in the recent past. Eight of Cups is clarified by the Page of Cups, which you just got, the Queen of Wands, and the Moon. You're emotionally disconnected. Like, you took this person's apology. They apologized. You get it, you know? But you're showing me, like, I'm still focused on myself. I cannot give myself and my energy back to this connection because there's still so many unknowns here for you in the recent past. There's a lot of things which are not clear. Like, is this going to happen again? Is it not? Are you genuine in your apology? Are you not? You know, like, there's a lot of deep-seated... I can see where your lack of trust is coming from is what I'm saying, because I feel like this is a pattern with this person. It is a pattern with them. So I can see the doubt. And in the recent past, you're basically showing me, like, I'm emotionally detached from this. Like, I'm emotionally withdrawn from this. It's just easier for me that way because if my emotions are invested, it's just too confusing. It's too messy. This person's also super inconsistent. Like, sometimes they're super in, sometimes they're out, sometimes they're hot, sometimes they're cold, lots of mixed signals here. So I can see why you're just kind of like, look, I'm just going to do me. I'm going to focus on me because you a mess. I see now. Okay. Wheel of Fortune in the recent past is clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. You've been down this road with this person before. And regardless of everything, you still love them very much. And you know that they love you. Okay? And you do want to rekindle this. You do want to have a new beginning with them. Do I feel like you're telling them this? I don't know. Maybe you have communicated to them. But I do see that this person put you through a lot. So I can also understand why you're holding back here and why you're reluctant to just be like, okay, let's dive in again. Because you're like, we love each other, but it always keeps ending. And then, you know, I have to like deal with all the consequences. And then they come back and then I take them back. And then, you know, we've been down this path before. And so you're kind of like detached a little bit in the recent past for obvious reasons, Aries, for obvious reasons. Let's take a look at the current situation, see what the Hermit is all about. Hermit is clarified by the Six of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. You still love them. And it hurts you that you love them. You're like almost like frustrated with yourself. You're like, why can't I just walk away from them? Why can't I literally just detach myself from this person? And you know, like deep down, you know that the answer is because you genuinely love them. You have a deep love for them. And like I said, you have history with this person. And you're showing me, despite all the pain that they've caused me, despite all the stress and the anxiety, you know, with them walking away, maybe this is the first time, maybe they've walked away multiple times. You're like, I still love them. And it's that love that's keeping you here. I can see that. I can see that. Let's take a look at the Queen of Swords and the current situation. Queen of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Six of Cups. You do want to rebuild a solid foundation and rebuild trust with this person because you keep showing me their soul connection. This person is like my soulmate. They're a divine connection, right? But their actions do not line up with their words. And this is you again, the Emperor. Their actions do not line up with what they're telling you. So they could say, I want nothing to do with you, but then they keep, you know, coming back around. Or they could say, I want you so much, you're the love of my life, and then they literally don't text you for a week, right? The actions don't line up here. And that's why you're showing me I need to take my emotions out of this so that they don't cloud my judgment and literally look at this black and white. I know what I want. I want to rebuild trust. I want to rebuild this soul connection, but I need to make sure that I'm not missing something just because I have so much love for them and I have such a desire to rebuild this. I want to make sure that like I'm not going to miss something. Like I have to cross my T's, dot my I's, make sure it's all covered. I get it. Wow. Intense connection, Aries. Tumultuous too. It looks like this has been a roller coaster of a connection. Let's take a look at the Six of Wands in the current situation. Six of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Swords, everything is fine card, the Eight of Cups, which you got in the recent past, and the Seven of Pentacles. So you're showing me that when it comes to this ending, you're fine with things being over. You're showing me like, look, the ending, it's over. If this is actually over, because you don't know if it is or isn't, right? Because this person's sending you mixed signals. If it is over, I'm fine. If it's not over, okay. You know, like I'm just detached from this. Like it doesn't matter to me one way or the other. I don't fully believe you because you're showing me I'm still trying to evaluate and assess. If you genuinely didn't care, you wouldn't try to figure out like, what does this person want? Where are we going? You'd just be like, I'm done, goodbye, and you walk away. Or I want this, we're going to make it work. You know, you're still trying to evaluate and assess because you are still, and I do see you spending a lot of time trying to like think your way into a solution. Do they want this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Lots and lots of mental energy here. Because you know that at the end of the day, you do want to reconcile. You do want to rebuild with this person, but you don't know if it's actually going to happen, if it can happen, if this person's going to follow through, right? Because like I said, you've been down this merry-go-round before. So you're very confused in the current situation. Let's take a look at the near future. I want to see what the strength is in the near future. Strength is clarified by the Page of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Fool. You get the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Despite the fact that like this person has put you through the ringer, right? And you may not want to admit this to yourself because you're showing me I'm even reluctant to like admit this to myself. You do. If you could like literally wipe the slate clean, just snap your fingers and poof, erase the difficult energies, erase the hardships, erase memory of like everything bad, you would do that, right? You do still have a lot of questions tied up to this person. Again, is this going to happen again? Is it not? Are they over their pattern? Are they not? But at the end of the day, whether they're over it or not, whether, you know, whatever it is, you do want them back here. You do want to start over with this person. And I can see how reluctant you are to even admit this to yourself. You're like, I cannot believe I'm saying this. But it's okay. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge yourself, Aries. It's all right. Let's take a look at the King of Swords King of Pentacles in the near future. King of Pentacles is clarified by the Strength, which you just got, the Tower, and the Eight of Pentacles. You try. You really do try to maintain control, right? And like I said, you're very stubborn in this energy. Like things have to happen how I want them to happen, when I want them to happen. And now I understand why you're being so controlling in the near future. But it's very, very difficult for you because you have a soft spot for this person. Like the second they come in and they start flirting and they start kind of giving you that attention that you need and you feel like they're moving in the direction that you want them to, all your walls, all your resistance, all your doubts, it all just goes poof, it disappears. And you're like, okay, let's work on things, right? You do care very, very much about this person. And like I said, you have a very soft spot for them to the point where it really doesn't take much to get you to forgive, to get you to move on. And you're not like this with everybody. Specifically with this person, like I feel like with other people, you can hold a grudge, you can cut people off, no problem. Like I'm done with you. This specific person, despite everything they've put you through, for whatever reason, like they can do the bare minimum and they can get through to you. You have a very, very big soft spot for them. And I do see that soft spot coming up in the near future because you're like, okay, let's just work on things. Let's just, I'm putting my doubts aside, let's just work on things. Let's take a look at the Five of Swords in the near future. Five of Swords is clarified by the Judgment, the Seven of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So bottom of the deck, you get the Two of Wands. You've decided to work on things, and it seems like things are moving in a good direction. But at the end of the day, and I know you're showing me like, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to look at this. Like, don't say what you're about to say, but I'm going to say it. you do still have this let's wait and see if history repeats itself again. You've been on this merry-go-round before. Things have ended and then they come back and then they do whatever it is that they do because there is some unhealthy behavioral pattern here, and then things end again. And then, like, this is not the first time you've been here. And as much as you don't want to look at it in the near future, I can see the walls. I can see you're literally compartmentalizing. You're like, nope, let's just hide it behind this wall and pretend like it's not real. As much as you don't want to look at it, right? You are kind of like on the back end, just being like, okay, well, let's hope that this time history is not going to repeat itself. Let's hope it doesn't happen again this time. Whatever it is, the ending, the pattern, all of that. Time will tell. Time will tell, Aries. Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind this month, Aries. From the universe, you get the 9 of Swords, the Fool, and the Queen of Wands. You're really drawn to this person. You're really attracted to this person. Like, you cannot resist their energy. And you're showing me, despite the pain, despite the anxiety, despite everything that they've put me through, I'm willing to wipe the slate clean. This isn't even forgive and forget. This is like literally pretend like nothing ever happened and start over. So, Aries, that's what I got for you. I hope this reading helped. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you here on the next one.